Okay, guys, I'm really tired. That's why I got distracted because they had paid to book out the venue from 10 to 12:30, and but the actual event was 10 to 12, so I left at 12:15. But by the time I got home, it was 12:30, and all I've been doing is walking around in here. Not bad, just like all these different songs and all these different songs going on in my head. And I was like, I knew I couldn't go to sleep, and I knew that eventually that I would remember that I want to watch the highlights of the All Blacks. I haven't seen the score yet. I just checked. I just checked the kickoff time because next season I'm going to get Sky Sport for when the All Blacks come on, because the All Blacks are pretty reliable. So one of the neighbours. He's a kid. He looks like nearly primary school age. Like 7 to 10 years old. So, but the thing is, even though you realise that you still have to give them the same level of respect as the adults. See, we acknowledge people's position for what they do and age and all that other things, but they are worthy of the same respect in my mind. Toddlers are worthy of the same respect as an adult, except for obviously the toddler has a different set of needs. And I can't remember them all because it's been a long time since I've been a toddler, and my youngest sister is 14 years younger, so she'll be 22 years old now, so it's been a while. And I'm not a parent, so I'm pretty sure there's things I've forgotten about that I'll remember when I become a parent. What did I turn this on for? Oh yeah, I form strong attachments, so it's like I used to search up, for example, Terrianne every day. It was like twice a day, and then after that it went down to like once a day. Then now it's probably like once or twice a week. No hard feelings, and I actually am happy when people that I struggle with this on here because it's like it's way better conversating in person, because this is a monologue. No one can jump in and have their share, so it's the next best thing to a conversation, but it's nowhere near as good as a conversation, because there's no one jumping in and then you're sharing your fair share, and then it's back and forth, and then the topic changes because they're bringing up their ideas and they're bringing up their stuff. It's not the same, but still you can form a warm bond over this, because like if you release a recording, and then within the same day that same person releases a recording about the exact same thing that you spoke about, but they're sharing their point of view, which is different to yours. And sometimes they don't like your point of view and they think it's wrong, and they're, strong for their one. Me too. But then sometimes they do agree with your point of view, and sometimes they just don't care, but they don't say they don't care, they just talk about something else. So calming, because there's barely any water in here this time around. If there was water in here, but this is like, see? But still. A bit nervous, that's all. But the thing is I I searched last night, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to bed, and I was just relaxing, watching TV, and not TV, just recording on here about healing, something about healing and stuff. But that's like it's gone back to being like my third most important thing now. I spent a couple of years in my 20s. I'm just thinking about a couple of years in my 20s where it was first priority, and I spent a couple of years in my 30s where it was first priority, and that was when I was like 34 and 35, and now I'm 36, so it's third priority now. She done this reading last night, and I thought that she was replying to me, but she didn't say my name. So if I thought she was replying to me, I thought it was rude because I don't, I'd much rather save it for in person. I'd go get that stuff, and then I'd have a chat with the person in person when I see them next, or if I have their text, if they have their number, I'll text them. But then she didn't even say my name, so that means that it struck a nerve. But you see, I wanted to release 6 books, but I've released 5 of them, and the 5th one was 2 years ago, right? But I would like to make money, but I was releasing them out online for free so that I felt like I was my contribution to help people and stuff. But also, so that's 50% the reason. The other 50% was the reason was to get my name out there. But was it those? Yeah, those. I would put 5 books online, on my audiobooks list on YouTube, and I think it was 2 of those books I put on TikTok. The other 3 is only on YouTube. You can go watch them. It's in my audiobooks playlist. And I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I've tried a couple of times in my 20s, and it got nowhere. And when I mean try, I mean like put like 2 or 3 years effort into it, and I mean like at least 2 or 3 hours a day, probably even more. Most days it'll be hard, like to be like 1 in every 3 days. It would be like 3 days out of 7 will be like 2 or 3 hours a day, and then the other 3 days will be like 5 hours a day, because and the thing is they went nowhere. But then when I was working for someone else doing a similar thing, I always had employment, but the problem was I was always getting minimum pay rate. But they were always taking my ideas. But, I'm looking at being a Scrum Master, because once you got the COA and you got that, was it like the average Scrum Master earns a 6-figure salary? So I know that's not much in comparison to like the billionaires and all that type of thing, but what is it like? One in every 5 people who are on the autism spectrum have full-time employment. So there's a 1 in every 10 earns 6 figures. That's in the whole population. So that's about, again, it's for me patting myself on the back as well as encouraging others, and then hopefully the number will increase, because that means if it's 1 in every 10 for neurotypicals included, and 4 out of 5 autistics are unemployed, and I'm autistic and I'm getting that 6-figure, that's like a 1 in every 50, and that's a very big achievement. I think that's something to be very proud of and takes full effort. But I've just been holding back from that because of my experiences. Every time I did something like that in my 20s, hours effort in every day. And it was like 2 or 3 businesses with my, performing arts and songwriting and poetry that went absolutely nowhere. So there's fear around there, but at the same time, I know that's what I want, but that's why I gotta be realistic as well. So I'll get on to the next one. There'll be a part 2.